Hello there everybody, how you doing? My name is Mukhtar. Today we're going to talk about imposter syndrome / self-doubt and what you can do to manage it. So you know that feeling you get after you've gotten this job that you're very excited about. Now you start to worry continuously about what your boss thinks about you. You worry that your boss would actually find out all of your weaknesses in their full glory. And especially because in the interview for this job, when your boss asked you what your weaknesses were, you mentioned just a very tiny subset, and you mentioned the really nice weaknesses like I work too hard. Or maybe you've just gotten a new promotion and you feel like you're faking it. Or maybe you've just been assigned to this new project, a career defining project, and you feel like you're undeserving. So these all sound like imposter syndrome. It's when you're feeling like a fake, a phony, or that you're undeserving. So by the end of this video, you should learn some very simple and practical tips on how to deal with this feeling. So just quickly, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notifications button so that you can know when more videos like this come out. So I would like to start with a story. So early on in my career, I got kicked off a project. And this was not because of my doing. This was because the customer that we were working with wanted to downsize the contract. And I got kicked off the project because I had the least experience. So I was sort of in limbo without any projects to work on. And then shortly thereafter, a new project came my way. So I was assigned to this project because I was at the right place at the right time. But this project was also very critical to my company's success. So there was a lot of pressure, and I was the only person on the ground. I did have a remote team supporting me, but the remote team was about 9 hours behind me. So it was just me and the customer. And this customer was very demanding and also very experienced. I think many of them had about 5 to 7 times more experience than I had. And this project was so demanding. Mentally, it was all I could think about. Physically, I lost a lot of weight just because of this project. I kept on feeling like an imposter throughout this project. In the end, the project was successful, but had I known these tips, these strategies that I'm about to share with you, I think that my life would have been a lot easier. So just quickly, another short story. So many of you might know Neil Gaiman. He's an accomplished author and he's done lots of things. One of them is Good Omens, which is actually running right now on Amazon Prime. So he was at this gathering of notable people, scientists, discoverers, artists, and he tells the story in his blog. And when he was in this gathering, he started feeling like he didn't belong there. And then he ran into this older man, another man called Neil, and they started talking. And the interesting thing is that he found out that this older man actually had the same feeling that he was having. That older man was actually the first person to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong. So these are two accomplished people in their field, both of them experiencing imposter syndrome in the same gathering. Pretty interesting. And this leads me to my first tip. You are not alone. 70% of people, according to the Journal of Behavioral Science, have experienced or do experience imposter syndrome at least once in their life. So just remember that you are not alone. So when you walk into a meeting room of 10 people, remember that 7 out of 10 people do experience or have experienced imposter syndrome at least once in their life. So you are not alone. Tip number 2, think bigger or think other than yourself. So for example, if you've just gotten a new job, think about the people that you're providing for. Maybe you're providing for your kids, your parents, your spouse. Just focus on doing it for them. Or maybe you just got a new promotion. Think about your customers or your shareholders. Or maybe you've just gotten this new big project. Think about serving the team. So think other than yourself. So tip number 3, have a list of accomplishments and then go back to that list whenever you're having these feelings. Now, if you don't have a list of accomplishments, what you can do is that you can schedule 30 minutes every week or even 15 minutes every week and use that time to reflect on what you did well that week and what you could have done better. And then over time, your list of accomplishments would actually grow. So tip number 4, have your go-to people. And this should be people that you trust and that you can be vulnerable with. It could be a coach, a mentor, a family friend, a sibling, just anybody that you can trust and that you can open up to whenever you're having these feelings. Tip number 5, Don't be afraid to seek mental health advice from a mental health professional. You don't have to be mentally ill to actually see a mental health professional. Just like you don't have to be sick to see a doctor. Sometimes you might just want to do your physical, just to do your checkup to make sure that you're healthy. So these are the tips. I hope you find them useful. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification sign so that you can get more videos like this. And I would also like to hear from you, so don't forget to leave your comments as well. Until next time, see you.